Hello, everyone. Today we're excited to explore some newly introduced classes in Dead Rail, and we'll be ranking them using a tier list. Before we dive into the main content, I'd like to take a moment to mention that we're currently developing a game called Bermuda Trip. It shares some similarities with Dead Rail, but this time, the adventure takes place on the ocean. Additionally, we're hosting several giveaways in our Discord community, where the top suggestions for our game can earn you 500 Robux. Be sure to join our Discord. There's a link available in the description or the comments section. Now, enough yapping, let's get straight into the video. To begin with, we have the Cowboy class. This class is super helpful because you start with a free horse and a saddle that you need to put on the horse yourself. You also get a revolver with 48 bullets for just 35 bonds, which is a really good deal for this class. So this class gonna go on S tier. Next up, we have the High Roller class, which gives you double the money based on the item's value. This is super useful when you first start playing, but later on in the game, you won't really need that much cash. On the downside, you'll also have a 10 times higher chance of getting hit by lightning, which is gonna be pain in the ass when you almost beat the game by yourself. So because of that, this class gonna be on B tier. Next, we have the Survivalist class, which costs 75 bonds. That's pretty pricey for just a tomahawk. However, the lower your health gets, the more damage you can deal. This makes it a good class, but the 75 bonds price tag still feels a bit high. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in B tier. Next, we have the Ironclad class, which is considered one of the worst in the game. It costs up to 100 bonds just for a complete set of iron armor. On top of that, it slows you down by 20%, which is definitely not great. Because of these reasons, I'm placing it in the D tier. Next, we have the Arsonist class, which is one of the most helpful classes in the game. It costs only 20 bonds now, but I think it used to be 15 before the update. With that low price, you can get 4 Molotov that deal double damage. So, once you find a horse, you'll be all set to take on a town by yourself. So, because of that, this class go on S tiers. Next, we have the Doctor class, which is one of the top classes in the game. It only costs 15 bonds and it allows you to revive your teammates without needing any bandages. However, it does use up half of your health, but that's okay. When you start, you also receive 2 snake oils and 2 bandages, which you can sell for some cash. Because of all these great features, I'm putting this class in S tier. Let's move on to the Vampire class. It costs 75 bonds, and you start with a vampire knife. You can either sell it for 150 or keep it for its lifesteal ability, which is a good decision. Just keep in mind that sunlight will hurt you, but you can recover that using heal ability from the knife. This class also gives you a speed boost, which is really useful. With all these features, the price is reasonable, so I'd rate this class as A tier. The next class is the Conductor class, which costs 50 bonds. This class lets you drive the train faster, but there are some downsides. For example, you don't have a melee weapon when you started, and you only have half health. However, if you team up with friends, you can just focus on driving the whole game, which can save a lot of time. Because of these pros and cons, I would rate this class as C tier. Next, we have the Miner class, which costs just 15 bonds. When you choose this class, you get a headlamp that lets you see easier at night. Plus, you start with 2 pieces of coal, so you won't need to buy any to fuel the train. You also get a pickaxe, which I think does more damage than the shovel. Because of all these great features and its low price, I would rate this class as A tier. Next up is the Priest class, which now costs 100 bonds. Before the update, it was only 75 bonds. With such a high price, you only get immunity to lightning and start with 2 crucifixes that you can't sell, plus 2 holy water bottles that you can sell. This price way too high for that, so I'm going to place it in the C tier. The next option is the Alamo class, which costs 50 bonds. When you choose this class, you receive 3 barbed wires and 3 metal sheets, which are super helpful for protecting your train in the early stages of the game. Plus, you start with an iron helmet. Since it only costs 50 bonds, I would rate this class as B tier. Lastly, the Zombie class is the worst. You start with just a shovel and no other gear. Healing only happens by eating dead bodies, and you can't use bandages or snake oil, which is super annoying. It costs 75 bonds, too much for what you get. Eating a dead body only heals 5 to 10 health. Just imagine being chased by 10 werewolves and not being able to heal. Yeah, gonna be pain in the ass. We're gonna put this class in D tier. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Just keep in mind that these are my personal views. If you think differently, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.